My name is Jackson Opio, and I come from Uganda. For sometimes, like closely getting to a year, I'm studying in Berlin, Germany. I'm a student of social work as a human rights profession. And of course, any social worker would understand that the impact of corruption is what they are trying to address at a certain level of the society. I mean, this depends anyway on where you're coming from. Like for me, like personally, where I come from, you see that there are a lot of things which are not happening well in the community. People are too poor, say, people can't afford the health services. The roads, talk about, I mean, children cannot go to school. Not that because there is no resources. I mean, it's simply because there is enough resources, but only that these are being used by very few individuals who just want to suit their personal interest. The urge for me to do this kind of thing as a social worker, first of all, we look at the situation that I've just narrated as part of injustice. If people cannot get services that they deserve simply because someone is denying them access to such things via some evil, I call them the evil practices, then I call this injustice to the innocent people. Say, if a local community cannot access drinking water simply because any of the official took away the money which was meant for the borehole drilling, this is like subjecting the people who are not even about this into injustice. My country, you don't need to look too much to understand what is it that called corruption. It's being done in very many ways, actually. I encountered really, just not to go very far, like when I was doing my bachelor, this is corruption in education setting, where you find that the teacher or the lecturer who is directly engaged with you, intend to demand for something if you think you have to get this, specific kind of marks. And, like if you don't do this kind of thing, it costs you something. So it costed me something which was very important, like, because I didn't play to the tune that I was demanded. As an individual, we can do something that we might think it's small, but how gradually it can lead us to this bigger change. Yeah, like this morning, we were learning how we can use the behavioral changing tactics, like how we can integrate the psychological part of our being into handling the corruption issues. And I think all these are really very important tools for me. And I feel inspired, yeah.